Specs, it's great to see you, man. I have to say that while this has been obviously a very difficult year, it's amazing how fast time flies. You just put out the 2021 edition of the Top 25 Hair Transplant Surgeons in the World article. And I have to say this, and I'm not making use of hyperbole here. I've been doing this for 23 years, and I have never seen a piece of media content that has gotten such a significant consumer response as these articles have in the last couple of years. So tell me, why do you think that is?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, listen, thanks, and thanks for sparing the time to to discuss and to bring to everybody's attention that the 2021 edition is out on Apetogentleman. It has been an incredibly popular article for the last couple of years. This year, last year alone, the article had 2.5 million unique views to the article, which is insane. But what's really important, and the most important thing about this article, I think what it's gathered is, regardless of the number of doctors that are on there and who's on there, despite the fact that they're all fantastic surgeons, and they're, in my opinion, the top 25, I was limited to the amount of surgeons that I could include on the list. I wish I could have included more. But the most important thing is the content within the actual article, in terms of the educational content and the resources and the incredible number of people that this article has helped, if nothing other than to stop and take stock and do further research before opting for surgery. And I think that's why it's become so popular, is because it's been spread around, it's been referred to from every doctor that is on the list and from other doctors that aren't on the list. It has been talked about so much in doctors' consultation suites, and directly and indirectly. I can't tell you the number of doctors said, or patients that have said, I saw this doctor's list on this top surgeon article, and it was fantastic because I found out this radio show, The Bold Truth, or I heard about, a different forum, and it gave me perspective and a chance to step back. And, the strong message which is delivered within the article year in, year out is surgery is a last resort. And it enables the Band-Aid to be pulled off, and it informs people of how dangerous this surgery is to navigate. And it provides an incredible amount of information and tools to enable people to stay protected and to get educated. Well, I'm really privileged to be able to write it. And I know in previous years that people have been somewhat upset that they've not been included in the list. I think it's really important that, yet again, as we spoke about with patients that have called into The Bold Truth, who found The Bold Truth as a result of reading the article, is take a step back and, if only I could. Originally Apetogentleman wanted me to do the top 5 hair transplant surgeons in the world. So fortunately, I was able to kind of extend that and get a bigger reach out there. But, if not all, either IAHRS members or founding faculty of the Global Hair Loss Summit, they're colleagues of, top, the best of the best in the industry. And
that's the point. And that's the point. And that's the point that I try to make clear to those physicians who are just as skilled, who have just as much experience, who really care about their patients as much as those who are listed in these articles, to understand this is just an article. And I say that is, when you're dealing with any type of editorial content, you have limitations. And
you do.
Yeah. So, I mean, all the actual really great physicians in this field are referred to in some sense or another, because you provide resources where patients who are reading the top 25 list can go and, read about hair transplant surgery and find out who their local surgeons may be, or the better local surgeons may be. It's just a tremendous opportunity, and it should be everyone who cares about this field should look at this piece of content as really empowering for both the patient and for those who are good in the field.
And a lot of doctors have done that, haven't been included on the list in previous years, have reached out to me and commended me for the actual article.
Yeah.
And,
As they should.
it's important to, but at the end of the day, I've been in a privileged position to be able to write the article, as I am with I'm fortunate to be presented with all the mainstream media opportunities that I get to help fundamentally, and you have a limited amount of space or time, and it's important to get the message across, which fundamentally is to protect and educate the consumer, and try and serve them the best that we can with the opportunities that we are given. Now, if anybody out there, then there's going to be a lot of people that don't like the article for one reason or another, then, they're more than willing to write their own article and get in the mainstream media or get on top of a blog and do their own kind of work. And I've worked very hard to get into the position that I have. It's not just happened overnight. But with that comes great responsibility. And I feel that the article is a really responsible piece of content that is going to save a lot of people's lives, and I'm privileged to be able to do it, and and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on the Bold Truth to get the message out there to people that wouldn't necessarily have known about the article, because the more people that read it, the better.
Well, I just want to make it clear that, listen, the Bald Truth UK is your show as well. I would not have chosen to have you as a co-host if I didn't truly believe that you were providing consumers and anyone who's interested in considering finding a way to navigate through this field in the UK, if you weren't providing the best possible information on your own. And when we met for the first time, I guess it was like in 2012, I was like, all right, this is the guy. And I'm glad that we've been able to work together for all this time, as far as doing the Bald Truth UK together. And there's no doubt when we get calls from people in your part of the world, I mean, it is like they are enlightened for the first time. They are like, I can't believe there's a show like this out there. So,
yeah, I know, and that's what's so liberating, and that's what empowers me to I want to strive to continue to provide this type of content, to provide resources like the Bold Truth, because it just enables people to get a different perspective on an issue. And let's not forget, hair loss is an all too consuming issue, and especially now in this current a pandemic that we're dealing with, where mental health issues and isolation and having too much time on our hands is only compounding the profound effect that hair loss has on an individual.
That's right.
And now more than ever, resources such as the Bold Truth Talk, Joe Tillman's website, my website, are needed to enable people to just get some information to enable them to make an informed decision, because it's as treacherous now as it's ever been in this industry, and we can only do our best to try and help serve the consumer, like I say.
Well, I have to say that doing the program for me as well, both programs, both the U.S. and the U.K. program, is cathartic, especially during this time. And I love hearing from guys who are in need of honest, authentic advice and kind of like learn about what's happening in their lives. And you're absolutely right. This is a really bad time in general, but as far as people who are consumed with their hair loss and the decisions that they're making now based on information that they find on social media, it is frightening that these guys are willing to pull the trigger on something where they can't even go and have a consultation. They're willing to do it, something that's online, and when they can travel, they're traveling overseas, or they have been this year. It's a complete mess. Now is the time to stop, take stock, read articles like yours, contact us through the Bald Truth, and really learn about this procedure before you decide to move forward.
Yeah, and I think, the article, the top 25 hair transplant surgeon article, has always been of great benefit, but I think it's incredible timing right now, an important timing for the article to come out, because it's going to help a great number of people, more now than ever before. And the Apetogentleman have been overwhelmed with the volume of eyeballs that the article has received, and hence why they are confident and prepared to keep providing the content and keep updating it to provide their viewers. So we need to thank them as well for providing us the outlet
Absolutely.
to touch literally millions of people, millions.